So what's up guys, I'm Sherwin Lumakang and today we are mastering the iterative statements in programming. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced coder, you're in for a treat. So let's get started. So first things first, what exactly are iterative statements? Well, they're a fundamental part of programming that allows you to execute a block of code repeatedly. There are primarily three types of iterative statements: the for loop, the while loop, and the do while loop. The for loop, the while loop, and the do while loop are called the Java loop control. There may be a situation when you need to execute a block of code several number of times. In general, statements are executed sequentially. The first statement in a function is executed first, followed by a second, and so on. Loop. A loop statement allows us to execute a statement or group of statements multiple times, and following is the general form of a loop statement in most of the programming languages. Java programming language provides the following types of loop to handle looping requirement. And here are the loops that given in Java programming, which are the while loop repeats a statement or group of statements while a given condition is true. It tests the condition before executing the loop body. The for loop execute a sequence of statements multiple times and abbreviates the code that manages the loop variable. The do while loop, like a while statement, except that it tests the condition and the end of the loop body. Since we know the loops in Java, then we should try to run its code and how to do each loops. Now, let's start to code each loops and to study their syntax. First, we should open our NetBeans. Here, I already opened my NetBeans, and first is the for loop. Then, for the syntax of the for loop, we should enter for open and close parentheses, and inside the open and close parentheses is our condition. So this is how you declare the syntax of the for loop. First, you should type for and open and close parentheses, and inside the open and close parentheses is your condition. Int I equals 0, int I is less than or greater than 5. Then we are then we the RA are increment are we are incrementing the I. So if we should try to run this file. As you can see, it prints 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It loops from 0, which are value 0, base value 0. It loops until it meets or it satisfies the condition to 5. That is the basic example of the for loop. Next, we have the while loop. It's fantastic when you want to repeat a block of code as long as a particular condition is true. So here's a basic example of a do-while loop. First, we must deploy our variable, which is I, and our base value 0, then the syntax of the while loop. While inside the open and close parentheses is your condition. I is less than or equal to 5. Our curly brackets. Then after this, our print statement. System that out that print line I, which will print the value of the I. And lastly, our incrementation I plus plus. Here we here we will run the basic code of the while loop. Then we will run this file, and as you can see, like our example in the for loop, it prints 0 from 5. Since the base value of Ri is 0, then it will print the first print will be the 0, and it will increment and go back to the while until it meets the condition that I is less than or equal to 5. That's the basic example of a while loop. Last but not the least, we have the do-while loop. This loop is unique because it ensures that the block of code executes at least once, even if the condition is initially false. So here's the basic example of a do-while loop. First, we will set our variable, which is I, then our base value 0. Then we will code the do while loop. Do system that out the print line okay. Here in this code we can see the difference between the while and the do while loop. In a while loop, he is it is reading the condition first before printing something. In do while loop, it is printing something before it will check the condition. That's the difference between them. So if we run this code, it will run 0 till 5, because since I equals 0 is our base value, and our condition is less than or equal to 5, then it will print until 5. It will loop until it meets the condition 5. Before we wrap up, let's talk about some best practices when using iterative statements. Remember to initialize your variables properly. Ensure the loop condition will eventually be false, and be mindful of infinite loops. You should always check your, your condition if it is that kind of correct. Then, that's a wrap. We've explored the world of iterative statements, including for, while, and do while loops. These are powerful tools that can make our code efficient and elegant. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more exciting tech topics. Feel free to leave any question or suggestions in the comments below. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Sherwin Lumakan. Keep coding, keep exploring, and remember, the world of programming is full of exciting challenges waiting for you to conquer. Until next time, happy coding!